Okay, now guys, that was a great trail run.
Had a great time out there at Silvertooth. Always have a fun time riding.
And look who we have with us.
We're so lucky to have Chef Tail Mark from the Better Horses TV show with us. Mark, great to have you, get you out of the kitchen, and great to have you with us.
Well, thanks for having me, Ernie. This is a lot of fun.
Hi friends, I'm Ernie Rodina, and this is my horse Lena.
I'm Ed Adams, and this is my horse Shadow.
I'm Chef Tail Mark, and this is Phoenix.
Welcome to the Better Horses TV show. We're glad you joined us.
And in this episode, we're going to head down to Medicine Lodge, Kansas, where Kerry Kuhn is going to give us a demonstration between riding two hands and neck rating.
Ed, we're going to be going to Arizona and spending some time in Skull Valley, Arizona with Laurel Walker, one of the best. And she's going to be showing us the proper attire when you're going to be showing in ranch riding.
Ernie, when was the last time we were cutting cattle?
It's been a while, but I'll tell you what, you do it once, you're hooked.
Well, I tell you, we got a great segment coming with the Machine Shed Arena down in Mid, Missouri. We're going to be cutting cattle, and it's going to be 350 horses on a jackpot. So all this riding has got me hungry, so let's head over to the Hearty Grub. Mark, it's all yours. What do we have on the stove?
We're going to do some gumbo. Going to do my rendition of it with this stuff I got around the house. Stuff is probably not supposed to be in there. Got some sourdough biscuits we're going to make out of some sourdough starter that's left over. And Ernie got these big marshmallows that we're going to make some s'mores out of.
So if you love horses or even thinking about getting into horses, this is going to be the episode for you. And it's the only horse show on your local broadcast television station.
So crack the whip, get the kids up, the neighbors, grandma and grandpa. Better Horses TV is just about ready to start.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Donna. This is Ringo. We're with CSI Saddle Pads. I'd like to invite you to ride our new revolutionary Flex Plate saddle pad. We offer a 30-day money-back, ride it, get it dirty guarantee. And the best part of the pad is it's 100% American made with American parts by American hands.
I've been using CSI pads for 16 years, and there's a reason behind that. It is a total performance system for me. I just can't say enough about them.
For more information, go to csipads.com.
The other day I went out to feed my mare, and when I got out to her pen, I realized she wasn't there. So I looked down to the bottom, and well, she wasn't there either. So I looked out in the pasture, and well, she wasn't there either. So I knew it was time to go get another horse, saddle him up, and go out to find that mare that got herself lost. You know, there's a story in the Gospel of Luke about Jesus. One time he was traveling with his parents, and after 3 days, Mary went to Joseph, asked him, "Where's Jesus?" And Joseph said, "Well, I thought he was with you." Mom and Dad lost the Son of God. Can you imagine that? Well, they went back to Jerusalem to find him. They found him in the temple. They asked him what he thought he was doing, and he said, "Why are you looking for me? I'm about my Father's business." What a great lesson for all of us, to be about the Father's business, to be about sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ with all those that we can come into contact with. I don't mean we beat them over the head with the Bible, but the Bible says, "I'm not ashamed of the gospel," Romans 1:16. So I'm just saying to us, friends, never be ashamed to tell someone about Jesus. And it's our prayer here today at Better Horses that we have that opportunity, that God will bring people in our lives that we can tell about Jesus and give us the power and the courage and the boldness to do so. Hey, this is Steve Stafford. I'm the pastor at Risen Ranch Cowboy Church in Carthage, Missouri, and a very proud member of the Better Horses family.
Hey Ernie, it's so great to have you with us here this morning. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of Better Horses TV. I'm going to share with your viewers this morning the contrast of what it looks like when we're trying to get these horses soft lateral, and how much different it looks and feels when a horse is truly soft and will roll forward into that feel versus a horse that braces and rocks back. So I'm sitting on Miss Purina. I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like just at a standstill on her. I'll add some forward motion to this Mustang once I get on her, because you'll see the places where she's braced. But I'm just going to slide down and ask this horse to bend from left to right. I want you guys to notice the position of her head. Notice how she doesn't rock forward. Notice how the head even gets lower as I go. And it's smooth. It doesn't get stiff. It's not braced. at a standstill. She's not shifting her weight back to her back end. The head and the neck are not coming up. She's just soft right there in my hands. She's balanced front to back, and she's able to just roll left and right. Now this is a product of everything we've done with her, all the riding we've done up to this point. But again, this is going to show a sharp contrast between where she's at and where this Mustang is at. This is something I've talked about a lot, but I don't believe that I've really shown the contrast of what horses would look like if they're not truly soft in your hands. Miss Purina here will kind of give us an idea of what we want it to look like. Let me climb on this Mustang here, and I'll show you guys the difference. We're going to build our entire training around this feel, around this concept. I talk about this all the time, and I don't feel like this is something that I can talk about too much. Now, I'm going to start here just at a standstill like I was on her. But as I pick up on my rein, there's going to be places where this Mustang is going to raise her head up. She's going to rock back. See the head come up right there? Now, she doesn't understand the feel like this mare does. This mare, if I would slow things down and give her time to get over here. Now watch this, I'm going to pick this up really slow. You guys can see how the head didn't come up. Again, I'm going to go really slow. You saw the head come up right there. But if I pick these reins up just like I did on Miss Purina, you're going to see this horse rock back and really get braced. Now, here's the idea of me asking this horse to get softer. Over time, I'm simply going to ask this horse to respond quicker. If I have to slow it down, it's a little better. Her head isn't coming up near as bad. She's not rocking back there. She did right there. Again, I'm trying to just pick my reins up like I was on Miss Purina. But again, because she's not quite as soft, obviously that brace shows up, her head and her neck come up, and she shifts her weight back. I just wanted you guys to see that contrast. I can go back and slow things down like this. And then over time, I'm just working to get this horse to respond to me quicker, which will in turn make her softer. So I hope this is something that now that you guys have seen the difference in the two, maybe this is what you feel on your horses at home and you're shooting for that. This will just give you an idea of maybe what you should focus on, how you could use that forward to help get those horses to not come this way with their head, but to simply stay balanced and actually roll forward even if their feet aren't moving as you flex them from left to right. So Ernie, thanks again for letting us be a part of Better Horses TV. Thank you for all that you do for the horse industry, and we'll see you guys next time.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back right after these messages.
No matter what discipline of riding you do, training, showing, and everyday stress is hard on your horse's legs. Decra Veterinary Products is a leading lameness company that brought you Osphos. Osphos is a clodronate injection, an intramuscular bisphosphonate to help control the clinical signs of navicular syndrome in horses 4 years and older. Ask your veterinarian if Osphos is right for your horse. Decra Veterinary Products is a proud sponsor of The American.
What do you get when you bring together one of the biggest names in veterinary medicine with one of the most caring and committed teams of horse health experts in the industry? You get a vaccine portfolio known for its quality and safety, a pharmaceutical line you can rely on to help manage pain and support performance. You get the products, programs, and people of Merck Animal Health.
It's time to go with United Mosquito and Fly Control's premier fly system for fly control in your barn, providing relief for horses from the stress of fighting flies, and also makes the barn more pleasant for everyone in the barn. Easy, effective, and safe. With United Mosquito and Fly Control, we provide a full service. You as the barn owner don't have to do anything. We go everywhere and take care of everything with our friendly fast service. Call today at 913-558-3814 or email Paul at unitedmosquito.com.
Howdy folks, my name is Matt Jobe with Better Horses TV. Today I brought the team out. We're out filming at the Machine Shed Arena in Warrensburg, Missouri, owned by the Wiggins family farms. And so it's a pretty big competition. I believe there's 350 teams here today, and different levels, 5 different divisions that they have. And what they're doing is they're sorting cattle. So there'll be 11 cattle in 2 round pens that are 50 foot each with a 12-foot gate in the middle.
Today we'll have about 350 teams in our sorting classes. We'll run 5 different classes today. We have people here today from Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, and we usually have people here from Arkansas also. Ages or reins, our youngest sorter today is 5, and I think our oldest sorter is 72. Today the total payouts will probably be around $9,000. It's a $20 per ride entry fee and per person, which is $40 a team, and then we pay 60% of that back, and we'll pay out somewhere around $9,000 today.
We have 2 round pens set up. They're approximately 50 foot wide, and they have a 12-foot opening, a gate in between them. We'll put 10 cattle in there marked with numbers on their back from 0 to 9. There'll be a spare cow in there to make it just a little bit tougher, where there's still enough cows that you have to sort all the way down to the last cow. When you ride in with the arena with your partner, they'll call a number when you cross the foul line. Say they call 4. Then you and your partner, it's almost like a dance. You have to, one person goes in first and gets the first number they call, the 4. Then the next person, after the 4 is out, goes in and gets the 5. There can't be any wrong numbers out of order or your run is over. And you only have 60 seconds to do this. Your partner's working the gate, and it's a very critical part of the game and of the teamwork the gate work is. It's more difficult to work the gate. You have to watch all of the cattle. The person in the herd mainly is watching the cow that they're going after. So the gate person is your partner person, and you switch and rotate that position as you do the run. So you are the gate person and the sorter throughout a run, and you rotate one then the other. We have a time limit of 60 seconds. There is also a handicap system where if your number on your team combined together doesn't equal the number in the class, then you get a second handicap, which gives you more time to sort the cattle, and that's always necessary for new riders. As you ride, you get to ride, lots of times you ride with a lot of the same people whenever we travel and go different places. So you have a lot of strategies that you work with as you travel and get to know people with your horses and with your partners. We have a lot of strategies that we go over, and it gets pretty complex at times. It's pretty simple when you first ride in the arena and you're new. It's more like, do you go first in the herd or do I go first in the herd? So it's simple to very complex depending on where you're at. Ranch sorting is a very family-friendly sport. It's something anyone can do that wants to get on a horse and try. You don't even have to have ridden before to learn to do this sport. The more you compete, the more you get lessons and all, the more you come to shows and do the training and educational things, the better you become, the quicker. I'm Shelly Fitzgerald from Yukon, Oklahoma with Ranch Sorting 101, and I put clinics on, lessons at the house and practices in Yukon, and I go across the United States also producing clinics throughout to help new people, advanced people, intermediate, just whatever we need to do. Horsemanship skills that coincide with the ranch sorting. You can contact me through Facebook, Shelly Fitzgerald Ranch Sorting, and Ranch Sorting 101 on Facebook.
Hi everybody, we're here in God's country at the Bayou Bar Ranch in Skull Valley, and I'm Laurel Denton. And today we're going to welcome our viewers from Better Horses TV, and I want to talk about tack. I want to talk about equipment, and I'm talking about mainly for the ranch riding, which is the largest, fastest growing class right now. And I'm speaking what I know of as the AQHA classes. It's usually always the largest classes at the show, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about an overall picture of what the ranch riding is and what it should look like. we're going to have a few different looks today, proper and improper equipment. Now today, this horse is standing in front of you. You know, yes, I like to have a breast collar. Yes, I like to have a back cinch or a flank cinch, as I call it. Neither one of which are mandatory. But to me, it is the overall picture of a working outfit. If something happens and you have to climb a mountain, you have a breast collar. If you have to rope a steer, you've got a back cinch that's going to keep your saddle in place. You may never do that. However, you should be ready for it in case, I mean, just the ranch riding, that's what that typifies. Now, so we're going to go around here and just look at this equipment. You know, we've talked in the past about the Romal reins. We have a breast collar that fits snugly but not too tight. I don't have too much loose here in between. Okay, my latigo is fastened this way, okay? Because why? Because lots of times if you do this, what happens is that latigo comes down, okay? During a class, it can be distracting. If the latigo is long and it's touching the ground, it can be deadly if your horse steps on it. So that's why we always fix the latigo like that so it can't come out. Here's your back cinch, okay? This is snug. It's fitting exactly properly. That's what a ranch riding outfit should look like. Okay, now we're going to move over to some other horses and I'll show you a different kind of breast collar and a different kind of look. Okay, so now we have a little different look on this horse than the last horse you saw. This horse I have what's called a martingale breast collar on. It's also called a pulling collar. However, pulling collars are fastened a little bit different. They fasten around the horn. This fastens to the D-ring of the saddle. This breast collar was made just to fit him because he's so short, he's so small. He has a very short distance from the ring to the point of his shoulder, and I can't get a regular breast collar to fit him right without a lot of movement and things like this. And this breast collar just nestles right there. It fits just fine. Completely changes the look of this horse compared to a regular breast collar. So we've got our back cinch. The other thing that really can be distracting is if your back cinch is too loose and you're showing in a class and you have this here. So make sure that before you go in that your back cinch is tight. That's certainly not too tight, but it's tight enough where I'm not going to see extra movement. Make sure all your keepers are in on your bridles all the way around, on your breast collars. You know, and one thing that I always do, especially before the cow horse too, is I always go around, check all my equipment. I do a little walk around, make sure everything's tight, everything's good. So, okay, so that's how a different look with a martingale breast collar can change things for the ranch riding. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Laurel Denton at the Bar Bar Ranch in Skull Valley. If you'd like to follow me or know what's going on at the ranch, go to our Facebook page, Bar Bar Ranch or Laurel Walker Denton. Enjoy the ride.
You care about your animals and feeding them the best. And that's where Purina's local Kansas City dealers step in, providing you experience, knowledge, service, and advice. Purina feed dealers are people who believe in community involvement and who believe in you. They have a passion for the feed industry and are committed to helping customers unlock the potential of every animal. If you are looking for a trusted source for your animals, look no further than your local Purina feed dealer, your partner in animal care.
In a natural, free-roaming situation, horses graze nearly constantly throughout the day and night. When feeding horses in stables, it's ideal to try to mimic this feeding behavior. Horses in stabled conditions should be fed their hay so they can pick at it continuously between feedings. Visit our website at stanleyforage.com under Nutrition, then Nutritional Resources to help transition your horse from winter to spring in the coming weeks.
Hi, I'm Donna. This is Ringo. We're with CSI Saddle Pads. I'd like to invite you to ride our new revolutionary FlexPlate saddle pad. We offer a 30-day money-back, ride it, get it dirty guarantee. And the best part of the pad is it's 100% American-made with American parts by American hands.
We really like them. They contour the horse's back, help your saddle fit real good, and they work on a little flatter withered horse or on a high withered horse. Either one we can make them fit, and horses are really comfortable under them.
For more information, go to csipads.com.
Hey guys, welcome to Hearty Grub. We're doing the stay-at-home thing because of the virus, so we're just using the ingredients we got. We're going to do a gumbo. What's fun about a gumbo is you can just about put whatever into it you want to after you get the roux made. So, normally you would use chicken and andouille sausage. I don't have chicken because I don't eat chicken. And I didn't have any andouille sausage, so we're using spicy hot dogs and some steak that and I already browned it up because that ain't the important part anyhow. Now we're going to make the roux. The roux is the secret to the whole thing. If you don't get the roux right, you dump it out and you start over. In the pan that I browned the beef and the hot dogs in, I used a 1/4 cup of oil. So in this pot, I'm going to put the other 1/4 cup of oil and a whole stick of butter and 1 cup of flour. And that would be a 1-to-1 ratio. That'd be half the fat and half the flour. Now you got to sit here over medium-high heat and stir this thing, and it's going to do all kinds of abnormal things. It's going to bubble a while, and it's not going to do nothing a while, and it's going to do weird things. You sit here and stir it long enough, and we're going to get it to a color of almost chocolate. The darker the roux you get, the more flavor you're going to get out of it. When you see the rest of the ingredients I put in here, you think he's making beef stew. Well, it's got the same ingredients but because of this, it ain't going to taste like beef stew. Okay, we've got the roux done, and it's the process to get it here. And it looks like chocolate. And you keep stirring it. If you let it go, it'll turn to good, and you got to let it cool before we do this next part. If you go to putting all the other ingredients in it before it gets cool, it's just going to coagulate, and trust me, it's hard to get it out of it. Okay, so we're cool. Now here goes the rest of the ingredients. About a cup of celery. Same amount of red onions. Ooh, what's that? Red bell pepper. Green bell pepper. Frozen jalapeno peppers. Apple cider vinegar, just a little. Now we're going to add the beef that we browned earlier. It's just a tenderized round steaks, all I'm using, and we floured it. And these are some really good hot links hot dogs. They need to be sausage, but I can't use garlic, so them are going in there. All this is going to cook down. When we get done, right 10 minutes before it's done, we're going to add the shrimp. If you add the shrimp now, they'll just be little pieces of rubber. For the rice, you got to serve this over rice. We're going to cheat on the rice. We're going to use minute rice. Show you an easy way to do it instead of measuring all that stuff. Figure out how much rice you want. Put it in a bowl. Put in about a 1/4 cup of deal. And you put just enough water on it to come up to the top of the rice. Just like that. Pat it down a little bit. Salt and pepper it pretty good. I lost that. Here we go. Stick in the microwave covered for about 3 minutes. And just let it sit there. Don't take it out. Don't look at it. Don't blink. Don't nothing. About 5 minutes, they'll be ready to go. Here we are back. We got all the ingredients in here. We got them cooked down. The veggies are getting nice and tender. Now about 10 minutes before you're ready to serve it is when you need to add the shrimp. I like to use the not so big a shrimp. In a deal like this, they're going to take about 3 or 4 minutes to cook. But the smaller ones, you get a bite of shrimp in every deal. So you're just going to put them in the liquid and everything right in there, and they're going to go really quick. Bump the heat up a little bit because they was cold going in there. And in about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, when the shrimps get all nice and they're going to turn orange when they get done, kill the heat and we'll be ready to eat. We'll get the rice out of the microwave. It should be done now. The biscuits got done, and the biscuits turned out really good. Since we've been so stupid, locked in, not having anything to do, I made a sourdough starter. And every week you got to throw so much of the sourdough starter away to put new in to keep it going. So instead of throwing it away this time, I decided to make biscuits out of what I normally throw away. So I used it as a buttermilk portion of the biscuits and put it in there. And they're really good. They turned out really good. And my little minute rice thing in the microwave turned out perfect. Got the gumbo just a little bit spicy and a little bit smoky, but it's really pretty good. We'll get through with this isolation thing here one of these days and get back to normal. In the meantime, you guys stay fun, stay safe, and keep your powder dry.
Hey, don't touch that dial. We got more Better Horses TV right after this message from our sponsors.
John Deere is known for quality equipment. This quality has created a perception that John Deere is more expensive than other brands. But high quality doesn't mean high priced. The truth from buyers in our area is customers who have purchased a John Deere compact utility tractor saved more than $2,000. Dare to compare us before buying. You and your wallet will be surprised. Nothing runs as long as a Deere, and we'll prove it with our exclusive 10-year warranty. Visit heritagetractor.com/compare to learn more.
It's time to go with United Mosquito and Fly Control's premier fly system for fly control in your barn, providing relief for horses from the stress of fighting flies, and also makes the barn more pleasant for everyone in the barn. Easy, effective, and safe. With United Mosquito and Fly Control, we provide a full service. You as the barn owner don't have to do anything. We go everywhere and take care of everything with our friendly fast service. Call today at 913-558-3814 or email Paul at unitedmosquito.com.
How's your production on pasture? Are profits down? Are weight gains down? What are you going to do about it? Do something cost effective. Do something that will make a difference. To add the first and proven leader in feed-through horn fly control to your cattle rations, ask for it by name, Alticid IGR.
Hey, thank you for watching Better Horses. If you've missed any of our shows, check us out at betterhorses.com where you can see all our episodes.
You want more Better Horses? Check our podcast out by typing in Better Horses.
And don't forget our newspaper coming out 5 times a year, also on the same website.
You're going to love it.